Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So there was just some news that was reported about LeBron James going on the record to say that he is not going to waive his no trade clause, pretty much saying that he is focusing solely on this NBA season. He's going to worry about the offseason when everything is said and done with everything this season here. So currently the Cavaliers are 30-21. And really, man, like when you think about LeBron James, it's like, did somebody ask him to waive his no trade clause? Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like that sends the wrong message, like even having that question brought up. It definitely takes away from the focus of the basketball team. And really what I don't get is, like, yes, obviously, like, they are losing games and stuff like that, but they're still 30-21 on the NBA season in an NBA, conference, Eastern Conference, that isn't exactly all that strong. I mean, yes, the Boston Celtics are probably going to get first place. I mean, they got first place last year. It was with Isaiah Thomas, of course. Raptors are looking nice. Wizards are on, like, a 5-game winning streak without John Wall, so who knows what they can do. But, yeah, so it's like, for today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about this LeBron James situation, and I wanted to see, like, what if LeBron James waived his no trade clause. I want to go through each NBA team and give you guys my own perspective and opinions on a trade that could be put together for LeBron James. So LeBron James this season, 97 overall, of course, the best player in the NBA, averaging 26 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, almost 2 steals a game, over a block a game. Shooting 54% field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. It's like pretty much his career average numbers right there, right? And actually shooting pretty nice from the free throw line too, at nearly 75% at 37 minutes per game. So here's the thing though, when it comes to LeBron, would you be willing to trade a lot of pieces to get this man for like a half a season rental? I mean, I feel like there's a few teams that definitely would. There's other teams that might be able to think they could convince LeBron James to come to their team, but it's like, if you really think you could get LeBron James, then why would you give up so many like pieces to get him right now? Like, I have no idea what type of trade would even happen for LeBron James here. So let's go through the teams here. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on it. Okay, so let's start off with the Philadelphia 76ers. So we all heard about LeBron James rumors to the 76ers, trust the process, everything like that. I feel like for this trade to happen, like the Cavaliers obviously are going to overvalue LeBron James because in their minds they're like, he's not going anywhere, but at the same time, you just got to keep in mind that the leverage really is not there for them anymore because LeBron James might just leave. So at that point, it's like teams know this and you just kind of have to give them something, right? I feel like, I want to give up Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. That's the future of their team. I feel like some sort of trade maybe with a Dario Saric, Robert Covington, and Markelle Fultz package would probably get the job done right there. Maybe even a draft pick or something like that, because that gives, the Cavaliers some building pieces right there. Markelle Fultz, Dario Saric, a nice replacement, and Robert Covington, who's been one of the better role players this NBA season. So I feel like something like that. Then all of a sudden, you have Ben Simmons, LeBron James, Joel Embiid. You still have JJ Redick out there. So I feel like that would be a nice little move. For the Milwaukee Bucks, you wouldn't do Giannis. I feel like a trade package would probably have to revolve around Jabari Parker, who's been injured most of the time anyway. So, like, maybe Jabari, I would also toss in Malcolm Brogdon, probably even Thon Maker. And then all of a sudden, you got LeBron, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Eric Bledsoe. So that's definitely would be a nice looking squad right there. Chicago Bulls. Nah, man, no, there ain't no, like, Lauri Markkanen, yeah, I actually think, like, if the Cavaliers knew that LeBron James was going to leave, they would do a trade for Lauri Markkanen just because, like, what he is. Would the Bulls do that trade? You have to think they would, right? I mean, Lauri Markkanen for LeBron James, or maybe Bulls fans are like, no, man, we don't want LeBron, like, we like what we got going on over here, which can also be respected. Cleveland Cavaliers, y'all better just trade Kevin Love, Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, Jeff Green. Trade them away if you want to keep LeBron. That's almost what you got to do. Boston Celtics. Okay, so if you were a Celtic fan and you were offered a trade of, let's say Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, would you guys do that for LeBron, or is that too much going on? I know for sure Jason Tatum, I would do that trade. Like Jason Tatum and maybe even a Marcus Smart, who's actually been on the trade block anyway. I don't know if I would also toss in Jaylen Brown, just because, like, Celtics are the number one team right there, and those guys are so young the age factor is definitely a valuable aspect of it, right? It's like LeBron James is in his 30s. He has a few more dominant seasons left, but, Jason Tatum, he's probably got freaking 20 years of basketball left in him, right? Los Angeles Clippers, I don't know what type of trade. I know the Clippers are interested in LeBron James, but I really don't know what pieces they have here that would actually be enticing. Tobias Harris would be a nice piece, probably like a future small forward of the Cavaliers. Maybe DeAndre Jordan, but even with that, it's like, not really anything too valuable right there. Memphis Grizzlies, y'all better just give up Tyreek Evans, Mike Conley, and Marc Gasol for LeBron for that to happen. Atlanta Hawks, no pieces, guys. There's no pieces here. Unless the Cavaliers were, like, extremely committed to the rebuild, then I could see them doing a trade for, like, John Collins and maybe, like, the next, like, 3 draft picks of the Atlanta Hawks. So, yeah, the Hawks would get LeBron James, but they would definitely kill their future. The Miami Heat. I would actually really like to see LeBron James going back to this Miami Heat team. I know Hassan Whiteside's been kind of like injury prone this season. He hasn't been played a ton, so maybe like a trade of him, Justice Winslow, and a Deion Waiters would get the job done, get LeBron James. Then you got, Kelly Olynyk, you got Goran Dragic, who's an all-star. The team is still not like, I don't know, man. I don't know how this team is doing so well. I mean, yes, I know like Josh Richardson, people are saying he's very underrated on 2K and stuff like that. Wayne Ellington's been shooting pretty nicely. But I mean, you look at it from a 2K sense, and it's just like, damn, how's this team doing so well? I mean, I did see this team live, and they put up quite the matchup against my Detroit Pistons. Charlotte Hornets. What type of trade for LeBron James? I don't see anything. I really don't see a good offer. Like, would you want Kemba Walker? I don't know. Utah Jazz. Yeah, I feel like for this to happen, they would have to toss like a Donovan Mitchell type of player for LeBron, like a swap right there. The Cavaliers would definitely do that because Donovan Mitchell looks like he's like the next Dwayne Wade or something like that. Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox, next 10 years of draft picks. I think that gets it done. New York Knicks. I mean, really, like, the only, like, big-time trade value I see here would be in Kristaps Porzingis, but I don't think, if I was a Knicks fan, I really don't think I would trade Porzingis for LeBron James at this point. Not unless you're, like, highly convinced that you could really build a team around LeBron in the short period of time. But Porzingis, I don't know if you guys have seen, like, his stats. His stats are pretty much, like, identical to Dirk Nowitzki and Kevin Garnett in his 4th NBA season. So that says a lot about him right there. Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, for this to get done, you would probably have to do Brandon Ingram, tossing Kyle Kuzma, probably Julius Randle. You would probably keep Lonzo Ball. I don't think the Lakers would want to part of Lonzo. I mean, for LeBron James, I'm sure they would, but I think Lonzo and LeBron kind of want to play together too. Orlando Magic, an Aaron Gordon, Evan Fournier type of trade, I think could make it happen. Maybe toss to Jonathan Isaac. Dallas Mavericks. I mean, draft picks, I guess. Dennis Smith Jr. would be a nice offer too, but I don't think the Mavericks want to get rid of him at all. Brooklyn Nets. Once again, guys, you got no draft picks. You traded them all for freaking Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. The future's gone right there, man. Y'all ain't got nobody to trade. You ain't gonna give nobody no freaking Tyler Zeller. Denver Nuggets. I feel like maybe, because I like Jokic a lot, but I don't think he would be part of a trade. I feel like maybe like Jamal Murray and Gary Harris, although Gary Harris has been killing it too. So it's like, do I mess with that chemistry? But all of a sudden, if you could do like a Gary Harris and Paul Millsap type of trade, or even Paul Millsap and Jamal Murray with a draft pick, then, you got LeBron, Jokic, and Gary Harris. Indiana Pacers, I feel like maybe Miles Turner could get it done with, once again, draft picks, and you got like Oladipo and LeBron on the same team. Keep in mind here, guys, I'm not saying that like, Miles Turner for LeBron James is the most fairest of trade. I'm just saying like, if the Cavaliers are seeking trade offers, in this case, it's like, you really don't have any leverage. It's like they're not going to give up their superstar shooting guard and Victor Oladipo to get LeBron James for half the season, right? Because that's pretty much what this would be for a lot of these cases. It's like, okay, they would rent out LeBron, get him for half the season, and see what they could do, right? Pelicans, honestly speaking, I would probably do Anthony Davis for LeBron James straight up. The Cavaliers get their building piece in Anthony and DeMarcus and LeBron James. That's a nice looking team right there. They got a replacement power forward already in Nikola Mirotic. So that's something to think about. Detroit Pistons. Okay, so I like Blake Griffin a lot, so I wouldn't trade him. I would probably do like Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin's been playing nice together, but I feel like I would do Drummond, Stanley Johnson, draft picks, maybe Reggie Jackson also for LeBron James, and you team up Blake with LeBron. That'd be kind of interesting to see, but I wouldn't want to do it. I'm just saying that if we had to do something, right? But at the same time, would I? Because I don't think LeBron would like stay for the whole season. You know what I'm saying? Or like for the next offseason. Raptors, once again, I think they would maybe have to part with the young player, OG Anunoby, Valanciunas. Yeah, that's about it. Like, I don't see them really, like, because DeMar DeRozan, the Raptors want to do that. Houston Rockets. Okay, so this team is interesting right here, because this is a team that actually has a really good chance of signing LeBron James anyway. So in this case, you would just kind of make some cap deals. So I'm thinking like Eric Gordon, also Ryan Anderson for LeBron James might get it done, because that's a team that would actually be able to keep LeBron going forward too. So yes, Eric Gordon's been a great six-man for them, or starter at times, but you toss, get rid of the bitch-ass contract of Anderson. Then all of a sudden you got LeBron James with Harden, Chris Paul, and Capella. That's your team right there. You still got Gerald Green off the bench doing some scoring with Trevor Ariza and Nene. San Antonio Spurs. Okay, so this is another interesting one right here. I would love to see LeBron James with Greg Popovich, just because, like, both those guys are kind of, like, egotistical when it comes to coaching. I mean, it's like, yeah, they're both, like, coaches in the... Well, Greg Popovich is actually a coach. LeBron James is a coach in his own mind. But we've heard rumors of Kawhi Leonard not being, like, happy. So if you were a Spurs fan, would you trade Kawhi Leonard for LeBron James straight up in hopes that he would actually come to the team? Just because, like, you know, the way LaMarcus is playing this season, you got that with LeBron on there. That team looking like a championship team, if you ask me. Phoenix Suns, I feel like you would have to part probably with Devin Booker and Josh Jackson if they have any chance at LeBron. OKC Thunder, I would probably do some sort of deal revolving around Paul George, just because, you know, I feel like Russell and LeBron on the same team together is like a recipe for disaster. They're just like too similar to their style of play and the dominance on the ball. I would love to see LeBron play with Melo as friends, so that would be nice. But yeah, I feel like some sort of Paul George trade would probably get that done. Timberwolves, I'm going to say swap LeBron James for Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins and maybe one of the young players right here. I don't see like maybe like a Shabazz Napier and also Tyus Jones, who don't really play all that much anyway. Then you got Wiggins going back to Cleveland, so that'd be kind of, you know, be like his own man out there, kind of like what Kyrie did with the Celtics. Trailblazers, a trade with CJ McCollum and Nurkic, I think would be pretty nice. Then, you know, you have Damian teaming up with LeBron, best player he'd ever play with. Really, like anybody that plays with LeBron, that's the best player he ever played with, though, right? And then you got the Golden State Warriors. Another team that has been linked to LeBron James. So in this case, you would kind of do a salary related thing to make it work. I feel like Klay Thompson, Iguodala for LeBron James. If I was the Cavaliers, I knew LeBron James was leaving, I would say hell yes to Klay Thompson. So then Iguodala, he's kind of out of his prime, of course. He's got a bitch ass contract too, but still a decent player, I think. What's he doing this season? 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Damn, that 3 points not looking nice. So, and then you got the Washington Wizards. So the Wizards are actually 5-0 with John Wall being out so far with his knee injury. I believe it's a knee injury. So if you were a Cleveland fan or a Washington fan, would you do a swap of John Wall for LeBron James? Or are you just like not for that? Maybe even toss an Otto Porter to really sweeten the pot right there. Anyway, guys, I don't know, man. I really want to make this video, just get your guys' thoughts and opinions on guys you would trade LeBron James for at this point in the season, with the mindset that he might not stay. Gotta keep that mindset. Otherwise, gonna be people roast me in the comments saying there already know where that trade's going down, which I understand your frustration. But you know, when when you go on the trade block like that, you kind of lose a lot of leverage as as a general manager, especially when you know guys like LeBron James waive your no trade clause. That's why the Melo trade with the Knicks was not like this big haul of players, because the team had no leverage at all. They knew Carmelo Anthony wanted out. Teams knew that. That's why he waived his no trade clause, right? So anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed this video, man. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.